Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Today I have my April favorites and I have an interesting selection to share with you. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so let's start off with handbags, or one of the handbags I should say. This guy I ended up picking up, I think it was now about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and I really used it quite a bit this past month. And it is considered a small leather good, but I seem to use it mostly as a little clutch, and that is the Louis Vuitton Daily pouch. This is in the monogram canvas with the color sesame, I think, for the leather, and I just really like this. I seem to gravitate towards toiletry pouches. You know, I think most of us here end up using the toiletry pouch 26 as a little clutch for the most part, and I like that this one is just a little bit snazzier, you know, because you do have the beautiful leather, then the monogram canvas, it's very soft, and then on the interior you have this gorgeous microfiber lining. So I've used it for not only as a clutch, I've also used it for electronics, just because again you have that microfiber that ends up protecting your items if need be, but it is somewhat narrow in comparison to some of the other toiletry pouches that the fashion house has, but I also find that the opening is somewhat generous, and to the point where you fit your items inside and the zipper doesn't get too wonky too quickly. It does happen, so I'm not going to say that it doesn't, but it's just, I like that, you know, that you can throw your items in there and then you can kind of open it up and see everything at a glance. So it's kind of a 50-50. It all depends on what it is that you're looking for. But as I mentioned, I've been using it as a clutch and it's really great. And it is quite large. It's a little bit taller than the toiletry pouch 26. And I'm thinking about doing a comparison very shortly between the two, just to give you guys a little bit more of a visual, but I like it. It's very, very nice, and I talked about it on my Minx Monday. I have tried and failed miserably at trying to add a chain to this to put it on like crossbody. It looks kind of weird. It looks kind of weird, so maybe it's just one of those that I just gotta use as a clutch or whatever. So the Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch 26 in the monogram canvas and the sesame leather, if I'm not mistaken. All right, the next one that I have, speaking of handbags, as I said, we'll continue on those. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I've said it before, I will eat my words every single time that I am wrong. And I was wrong, because this particular item, I wasn't the craziest about it, you know, kind of like my Louis Vuitton Alma BB. I thought it was super cute. I didn't really think it was for me, but my goodness, I have fallen head over heels in love with this item, and I use it every chance I can. And I'm talking about the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs mini backpack. All right, I know. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, like I said, because it seems to creep up on all of my favorites videos. I think with the exception of last month, I think it's been on every single month's favorite since I got it. So I'm not gonna spend too much time, don't worry, but I love it. I love it, and I prefer to use it, I like using it as a backpack. I know some people end up using it crossbody, and I definitely used it crossbody a little bit more this past month, but I prefer to use it as a little backpack. It ends up working out, and I just think it's super cute. It ends up fitting a lot more than I thought, and it's just very, very comfortable. And the best thing is that it comes with this leather, and I like to call it the all-weather leather, because you can use it in the sun, you can use it in the rain, in the snow, what have you, and you're good to go. So the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs mini backpack in the monogram canvas with the black leather trimmings. Love that little bag. All right, moving on to clothing, just very quickly. All right, so a lot of you guys know that I pretty much live in t-shirts. That's my preferred style of clothing, casual t-shirt, shorts, sandals type of, you know, that's my ideal outfit. But if you follow me on Instagram, a lot of you have seen this t-shirt in quite a few of my posts, and this is from L&M, and this is the Saint style. I absolutely love L&M's t-shirts. They are so comfortable. L&M is owned by a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Jen. She is extremely, extremely sweet. She has such a great channel. If you guys want to check her out, I'll make sure and put it on the description box below. But her clothing line, or I should say her line in general, she offers jewelry, she has apparel, and then a few other bits and bobs that you can also order from her line. But I fell in love with all of her apparel, whether it's sweatshirts, and I've also talked about those on my monthly favorites, but just these t-shirts. They're so soft. They're so comfortable. I ended up getting the Saint style. I know at first it came out in a sweatshirt, if I'm not mistaken. So when I saw that it was a t-shirt, I was just like, yes, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. And speaking of L&M, I'm also wearing another L&M t-shirt. I really like it. It has a little pocket here. It's very, very cute. But anyways, as far as the sizing goes, some of them are a little bit different. Personally, I prefer my t-shirts to be a little bit oversized just because my shorts seem to be a little bit tighter. So I don't want it to be too tight on the top or anything like that. So I picked this up in a medium and it ends up fitting perfectly, and I could just kind of tuck it in and it just has that really oversized type of look to it. And again, very, very, very comfortable, and I highly recommend it. So if you want some new t-shirts, if you're a t-shirt fan like I am, definitely check out L&M. And again, I will put everything on the description box below. Moving on to small leather goods, even though I know technically the Daily pouch was a small leather good, but this guy I actually use as a small leather good. Anywho, it's not going to be a surprise, but I'm talking about this bad boy, which is the Chanel Eau Coin pouch. Purse? Pouch. I'm pretty sure it's pouch. How bad is that I can't remember? I don't know. You know how Chanel is with their Eau pouch, Eau Coin, Eau Beauty, Eau Beautiful pouch. I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's the Chanel Eau Coin pouch, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the correct name on the description box below. Anywho, this guy is in the black quilted caviar leather with the silver hardware, and I think it is amazing. I use it as a catch-all. You can end up using it for your cosmetics if you want. Like I said, you can also use it as a catch-all, but I think it is so, so cute. I love the size, and even though it's small, it definitely packs a punch. In here, just to give you an idea, I have a receipt, just trash. That's what I do. I just put trash in my items. I have just a bunch of random stuff. I have my car key in there, my headache medicine, floss, lip balm, and I think I also have some hair ties and bobby pins, if I'm not mistaken. But I have a bunch of different items, so it depends on what I want to use it for the day if I'm switching out bags. But it fits really nicely in all of my smaller handbags as well as my larger ones. But this guy is amazing. Even though it has a little bit of a different style, to me it's very similar to what the Louis Vuitton mini pochette is, as far as how much you can fit in there. I think that the mini pochette might be able to fit a little bit more, but still, you can get away with carrying quite a bit in here. So it's small, as I mentioned, and it packs a punch, but it is so, so cute. I'm really glad that I got the black, but I'll be honest with you, I kind of want to get another color just because I think that they're that fantastic. So the Chanel Eau Coin pouch and the black quilted caviar leather with the silver hardware. Absolutely wonderful small leather good. All right, now for makeup, just a quick little mention. I talked about this briefly on my vlog at the very end of the vlog, but I have been loving this YSL The Shock Mascara. This is a small sample that I got from Sephora, and it's really hard for me to go for different mascaras just because I've been wearing Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for as long as I can remember. And I've also been wearing Dior Show for the last, I think, 6 or 7 months. And I really like those two mascaras. So for me, I tend to stick to the same one for years on end. But I was really intrigued by this one, and I'm so glad that I gave it a try because I think it is wonderful. As most of you know, I don't wear false eyelashes. I can't pull them off. I can't do it, all right? I look ridiculous. And not only that, half the time the eyelash ends up on my cheek and it looks like a mess. So I'm just like, you know what? Just stick to good old mascara. And I really think that this ends up just making my eyelashes look really long, very, very full. And the greatest thing about this is that it has an amazing scent. If you know me, you know that I like to smell everything because I was a drug dog in a previous lifetime. I don't know. But it smells like perfume. It doesn't even smell like mascara. Some mascaras smell kind of funky, you know what I mean? But this one smells so good, and there's the brush. And I just really feel that it makes my eyelashes look pretty good, pretty decent. Maybe it's all up in my head, I don't know, but do you guys see? Do you guys see? I don't want to zoom in because then you'll really see all the wrinkles and everything that's going on. But I am looking forward to getting the full size of this mascara because I think it is that great. So if you want a new mascara to try it out, I highly recommend the YSL The Shock. It is great and it smells fantastic. The next item that I want to share with you is not this denim jacket. I talked about it last month, but it is actually the brooch that I have on this jacket. Not the Chanel one, this guy here, which is a Carl brooch. And I got this from my wonderful friend over at Vintage and Modern Madness. I did talk about it briefly on my Instagram stories if you guys follow me there, because I had a lot of you ask me, you know, a little bit more about the brooch. But check it out. It's a little Carl, and I just think it is so cute. She also has, on that same Instagram story, I mentioned that she also has a Speedy, but she also has a Cocoa brooch. Check that out. That is so cute, and just a really great way to be able to accessorize your denim jacket. I know Jen from L&M that I was talking about earlier, she also put some of her brooches on her Chanel Deauville, which I thought looked really great. But here is the Speedy brooch that she has as well. I just think that these are so adorable. I love these two together. I didn't want to have Carl and Cocoa together. I just figured if I had the double CC and then this guy on one, I could put this one on another denim jacket. But I did reach out to her, and she's offering you guys 15% off your entire purchase when you go onto her site, and I will put everything on the description box below, including the coupon code that I have. But I just thought these were so adorable, and just a really great way, a really fun way to accessorize your items, especially if you're a huge fan of Chanel and you just want a little bit of the double CC and maybe Carl on one or Cocoa or what have you. But I also love the little Speedy brooch, because look at that. Even the details on there, they're so adorable. Super cute. So definitely check out her shop, Vintage and Modern Madness. Okay, the next item that I want to share with you, if you guys are a big fan of Louis Vuitton and you want to know a little bit more about their history, they have a ton of books available, and I personally like this one, and this is called the Louis Vuitton City Bags, A Natural History, and it just kind of gives you a brief summary, not even a brief summary, just a brief story on each of the classic bags and where, you know, how they went into the archives and where the inspiration came from. And I just really like this. Sometimes I'll just pick up this book and I'll just open up the page to something random, and I just love being able to learn a little bit more about one of my favorite fashion houses. I know Chanel and a few other fashion houses also have books, but in general, I just really love this one, and the illustrations on here are beautiful as well. And you can see kind of some of the blueprints that they have from the items. Let me see if I can juggle, but look at this. And it goes back to, you know, in the 1800s when it first started, and they talk about the types of leather and the types of detail and just everything. Look at this. Everything that you can imagine when it comes to checking out Louis Vuitton. So I know that they have a few of them, but this is just my personal favorite. But you can purchase this on the Louis Vuitton website. However, if you go through Amazon, I find that they're a little bit less expensive. I think this one was, it retails for $85 here in the States, and I think I paid 50 bucks. 55 or 45 if I'm not mistaken, somewhere along those lines. But you can definitely check out Amazon if you want to pick up this this book. And this little guy also changes. Some people have, like I have the Noe, some people have the Speedy, but this is pretty much what it looks like. So just this little cover. I love this book, and it's fantastic. So if you want to know a little bit more about your favorite, if Louis Vuitton is your favorite fashion house, and you want to know a little bit more about the inspirations behind the classics and what made them, you know, what made them come up with the design, then I highly recommend checking out this book. I'm having a really hard time trying to put this back. I'm trying to be incognito, but I don't think it's working. So the Louis Vuitton City Bags, A Natural History. I am a mess today. I am a mess. I'm starting off filming this video a lot later than I normally like to. So I feel like I'm all frazzled, so don't hold it against me. So the last item that I want to share with you, I have been buying these shoes ever since I was 15. I've gone through 4 or 5 different pairs, and I feel that they last a very long time. I recently picked up another pair probably about 4.5 months ago, 5 months ago, somewhere along those lines, and I just, every time I wear them, I feel like I'm back in high school, and I feel like I'm back in the 90s. I loved the 90s. I grew up in the 90s, and just maybe it's that sweet nostalgia that I end up holding on to. But in general, I think that these are awesome, and I'm talking about Doc Martens. So these aren't going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally fine. But to me, I just like, number one, how comfortable they are. Number two, I like the way that they kind of just make my outfit a little bit edgier. I end up pairing them mostly with denim, with ripped denim, an oversized t-shirt, my denim jacket, and I just like the overall look. Maybe, like I said before, it's the 1990s nostalgia that ends up kicking in, but I love it. But these are not the original style. These are actually the Pascal. Yeah, the Pascal, because all of my other ones were the original ones, but I do have to say with those, they are such a pain in the butt to break in, at least for me. I've always had the biggest difficulty breaking them in. It could take anywhere from like a month and a half to 2 months. It all depends. But this leather is a little bit softer, and I really like the fact that it's matte and it's not as shiny. So I really, really love the way that these look. And I mean, you could wear these to death. And I just feel that this is a type of shoe, a type of boot that will never go out of style. Again, maybe it's not your cup of tea, but it is definitely mine. All right, you guys, so that does it for my favorites video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to give you a little bit more information, a little bit more tidbits on some of these items, especially if you're looking to add them to your collection or to your wardrobe. And yeah, so kind of a mess today, kind of all over the place, certainly feeling super loopy. So hopefully my next video won't be such a, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red button down below and hitting that bell so you're notified when I upload videos, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. And I will see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.